We're reading your best and worst first date stories.
Welcome to Good Mythical More.
You, Mythical Beasts, have had some first dates and you sent in a short story about each of them. Some are good, some are bad. We're gonna hear them and tell you if it's gonna be okay or if it's not.
Now, I've been told we had all kinds of genders and identities and sexualities who submitted their stories for this more.
Okay. Great.
And then what would you know? But I'm looking at a page of she/hers dating men's stories because those are apparently
Because we're interesting.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. So our first one comes from, and forgive me if I butcher your name, Therese Ann, who says, I was 22 at the time, met a guy in the Army. He showed up to pick me up with a flat tire, asked me to follow him to the gas station to get air.
Yep.
He pulled out a screwdriver to start the truck, and I wound up changing his tire because he didn't know how. There was no second date.
If you can start your truck with a screwdriver, it seems like you should be able to change the tire.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that dad magic?
Yeah,
Right?
there's a lot to chew on here. I mean, first of all,
Army.
I would think being in the military, changing a tire, it was like part of the deal, right? That happens.
Yeah, it doesn't add up here. Doesn't add up. Okay.
Maybe he's making sure his girl knows how to change a tire, so it's kind of like a test.
Yes.
That's a
there you
stupid
go.
idea,
There you
but
yeah.
it could be true. I would not do that. Hey, we just met. Why don't you change my tire? Let's see what you're made of. Nope, not gonna work.
Now, if you two were faced
With a flat tire?
yeah,
The-
how would that go down?
This is a great question because I would say less than 10 times, but a good amount of times in my life since my teen years changed a tire without,
Incident.
by myself. But I've only done it one time in Los Angeles, and I did it in my own driveway because I was taking the tire off to plug the tire.
Yourself.
I plugged it myself because I was like, you could take this to a shop or like, I went through a little phase where I thought I would do things like that. Mm-hmm. And it actually, it worked. I plugged it and it was kind of easy. But
Because you buy the thing and it's got the worm and you double the
stick
worm
it
back
in,
and the
twist and then you pull
Does
out.
it come with the tool that you stick
The
it in
kit,
and twist?
the kit comes with the
kit
tool.
comes with all that. It's
and
pretty
then you
straightforward.
cut it off. Now,
Yeah.
but just the other day, I was on the highway and I saw someone changing their tire. And I thought, this is what I would not do.
No.
People texting, people can't drive.
Oh no.
And I've got AAA.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that there is a scenario in which I would change my own tire now because I pay like a yearly fee for somebody to show up and do it.
Yesterday I dealt with this.
Oh, tell me more. You've been sitting on that one like Chase sits on a Pringle.
I know. Well, I wanted to hear from you.
Okay.
The Lincoln's car came back from the shop and they pulled it into the driveway. I found this great shop. They drove it back. I didn't have to pick it up.
Yes.
But then the tire was flat. But they had already left and I wasn't sending it back to that place. I got a place at the bottom of the hill.
Bottom of the hill place.
I have this inflator. I highly recommend owning. You can
Air
just,
compressor,
You can
they
just get a
call
little air compressor that will inflate your balls and your bike tires and your car tire. I was suspicious if it would inflate an entire car tire from completely flat.
I got one built into my car.
Well, that's fancy, and I wouldn't,
Well, no, it's an off-road vehicle. Like, and you got
That's
an air
cool.
compressor built in. That's pretty cool. I haven't used it yet.
I pumped it up, and then I immediately took it down the hill, and Christy followed me, and I just left it there for them to deal with it. Even though it was in my driveway, I wasn't going to. Know your limits. I think that.
So sorry. You put air in the tire in order to drive it down the street so someone else could fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was
I
going to
just
leak.
wanted to-
It was
yeah.
going to leak again.
And
'cause it had
so
a
the last
hole in
time
it.
you changed a tire,
Oh. Not in this town. 15 years ago.
Not in this town, he said.
I could certainly do it if I had to, but
I was actually, I was proud of Locke this year when he called me from college and he was like, Dad. A lot of phone calls start like that. Dad. And I don't necessarily know it's going to be a problem. A lot of times it is.
Lily will do that, but it'll be a text. It'll just say, Dad. Like literally the same thing, but just the text.
And you know
version.
something's coming.
Yeah. It's like, oh, God.
He said, I have a flat tire on my car. What do I do? And so I was like, well, you can figure out how to change the tire. And I did say in the conversation, I was like, I feel a little bit like a failure as a father because this feels like the kind of thing that we should have like set aside an afternoon and gone out in the yard and been like, hey, we're going to teach you how to change a tire because it's something you need to know how to do. But then he said, you know what? I probably have a friend who knows how to do it. And I was like, yeah, you probably do have a friend who knows how to do it. Later that night, I texted him and I said, okay, did you figure it out? And he said, yeah, I watched a YouTube video and I did it myself.
There you go.
And I was like, yeah, you did, because anything
didn't have
you need
those.
to know how to do is there. It's like we had to find somebody back in 1996, you know what I mean?
That's right.
And
I wonder if it was the dad on YouTube that teaches people how to do dad things. I wonder if that's the video he watched, and he was just sitting there going, "Oh man, I'm so glad I have a dad
on the internet,
replacement dad.
Yeah, dad on
an
the internet
dad
that can
who's
teach
not
me
an internet
things."
dad.
Yeah.
What is that guy called?
Yeah.
Like Fix It Dad or something? I don't know. Back to Therese Ann though. My thing is like, I think that if this guy had like a really great sense of humor and was really generous and was like, this is so ridiculous that this is happening to me, and like I'm so embarrassed that I can't do this, and thank you so much, and what can I, like if there's
can I
other
do for you?
details to this,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be that big
If
of a
you have
deal.
the right personality to take this raw material of misfortune and turn it into an endearing experience.
But he didn't.
he
So
didn't.
we
He
agree
didn't.
with you.
Olivia says, when I was in high school, I went on a date with a guy that I'd liked for years. He invites me to go to Five Guys with him, the burger place, but he has a severe peanut allergy. But he told me, him and his dad go all the time. And he's fine as long as he doesn't touch the peanuts that they have out. We eat and everything is fine, but towards the end of the date, he literally goes into anaphylaxis. And I had to pick him up and drive him to the hospital down the road, and I was only 15, and we never went out again.
15. You saved his life. That's a great first date story. That's what you need. That you'll be telling that at your 50th anniversary.
Yeah, this man gave you something.
What?
He gave you a great story.
This is the best. Yeah. All right, so now we have a pattern of women who don't like men who need to be saved.
Yeah, isn't that all men?
Yikes.
Isn't that all men?
Don't y'all like to fix men?
I think this guy, he did this to create an opportunity for her, and she fully took advantage of it.
I mean, you have
Mission accomplished.
You have his very life to hang over his
Right.
head for the rest of his life.
I mean, let's look at the fact
talk
pattern
about-
here. He's got a peanut allergy. He goes to Five Guys. This is clearly all premeditated. This is called purposeful anaphylaxis. You know? PA.
Yep.
And
I'm trying to combine gaslight and anaphylaxis.
Gasophylaxis.
Anaphylaxis. Okay. Olivia, you missed out. There's nothing like someone owing you their life for the rest of their life. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
Now, there is some people want to be with somebody that can kind of pull their own weight. And that will be a problem solver, not a problem creator. But then there are those that are like, I kind of want somebody who's going to give me something interesting and throw me a curveball every day. And maybe Olivia just didn't need the curveballs.
These are both very much like, this is how I met my husband. You won't believe it. He went into shock and I had to take him. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Best story ever.
yeah. Okay, this mythical beast did not leave their name, but said, went on a date with a grown man that got so drunk I had to help him get into his house. When I got him to his couch, he started having an asthma attack and pointing at his cabinet. I rummaged through it as quick as I could, trying to find an inhaler. When I couldn't find it and I was about to call 911, he stops pretending to not be able to breathe and goes, I just wanted to make sure you cared and had a heart.
All right.
And get you into my house on my couch,
Okay, strike one.
2 and 3. So we're already pretty deep in the strikes.
Oh, wow. This is, okay, I appreciate the creativity here, but I will say that this is not how you find out if someone cares or has a heart. Like, willing to help someone currently dying is a pretty low threshold, is it not?
Yes, Rick.
Which also says a lot about his, like, empathy barometer.
Also, the first line is that he was so drunk that she had to help him get into his house.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that not enough of
I
a test?
already forgot about that.
Exactly.
On the other hand, homeowner.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I guess I'm sorry on behalf of all men. I'm sorry that one of us did this.
Men.
Now you did not say that there was not a second date, but I assume that there wasn't, and good for you.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if the theme continues here. Dance with a cute guy at a club. Exchange numbers to set up real date. I arrive at the restaurant. He's already seated, so I join him. He asks to hold my hand while I look at the menu. Weird, but kind of cute. So we hold hands. Give the server our orders. Drinks arrive, and he doesn't want to give me back my hand.
Okay.
So awkwardly keep holding his hand and taking sips of my drink.
Okay.
The food arrives, and I think surely he will release my hand from his grip of death. He does not. Food is on the table and hot, so I try eating it with one hand. The conversation is bad. He's boring, and worst of all, won't let me eat with both hands. A criminal offense. I excuse myself to the washroom, run out the back door of the kitchen, and run out on a date for the first and only time.
Good work. Just abandoning him.
Oh my gosh.
Great.
What in the
Great
hell are
call.
we thinking, guys? What in the world is happening to us? I'm taking full responsibility as just, for the whole species.
Yeah, this is on us. I will take one issue with Olivia. I mean, not letting me eat with both hands, a criminal offense. I don't think it's a criminal offense because you don't need to write a law for something so stupid that no one would ever do it.
Right. I see what you're saying there. I understand the logic.
This is hard to believe. I mean, please hold my hand. Forever? I don't.
Here's the thing.
I can't come up with anything to take up for this guy.
Here's one of the things that I have noticed in just like discourse. I don't pay much attention to it, but I see enough people talk just because I'm not, I've been married for almost 25 years, so I don't need any advice in this area. But the what to do on a date and how you're supposed what men think men should do in order to impress women. Or in order to
yeah. It seems like he read a book.
Yes,
or
and it's
yeah.
Anytime I have had the misfortune of stumbling upon a man giving this type of advice, and then out of curiosity and sort of train wreck looking at situation, I might keep it going on my algorithm.
Yes.
It's without any exception over the past 10 years, it's always bad advice. It's always this is a guy that has never tried this, who has just gone into his room and come up with an idea that he then goes and charges money to other guys and tells them things. And then it goes into their brains and it gets all mixed up and it comes out as hold her hand, but don't let go throughout the entire meal, even if the food comes.
Yeah, I gave him too much credit with read a book that said it. You're definitely right. It was like an Instagram reel or a TikTok, and the guy was like, no matter what, you're going to want to hold her hand tight throughout the whole thing.
You don't just use your, if you just went on a date and you were like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of use common sense and I'm not gonna be thinking about some book I read or some video I watched, I guarantee you would not hold her hand while she ate. You just wouldn't come up with that on your own.
Yeah. So this exit strategy,
Running out.
I guess this is something that people need to have. They need to know how to do this on any type of date, right? You gotta know you gotta know the nearest hidden exit.
Yeah. This is why it's great to have Uber.
I'm gonna talk to Lily
Here's
about
what's
this.
unclear though, because she says he doesn't want to give me back my hand, and I think surely he will release my hand. Did she say, let go of my hand, please? Or I need my hand
Doesn't
to
sound
eat?
like
Or,
it.
you know what I mean? So to me, it's like, if she said, hey, can I have my hand back? Or I want to stop holding hands and any of those things, and he didn't, like, that is crazy behavior.
Oh, yeah, that's
But if she
psychopath.
didn't say any of that, and then she was like, I'm going to escape out the back, it's like, I mean, the man read a book, you know? Like, just
when in doubt,
voice it.
go out. That's what I think.
You're thinking about Lily.
Yeah. When in doubt, get out. Yeah.
Okay, this
and,
is-
and don't, if somebody's doing something weird, the flip side of that is, like, you don't want to be confrontational, so you might make a joke about it. It's like, it's kind of hard to eat with just one hand,
Yeah.
so maybe like that. And
Yeah.
then if there's nothing, but
Yeah.
so saying something, but.
Okay, this is from Rachel, who says, a man picked me up in his bright purple Mustang.
Okay, all right. You're starting off on the right
check.
foot.
Listening to his own band in the car, trying to
Yeah.
look cool.
Hey,
and
you
talk
gotta be a self-advocate.
about how expensive his car was. He took me to dinner and proceeded to tell me how he was offended I only ordered an app for my meal. I wasn't very hungry and it sounded the best. And then put a stack of money on the table, insisting money wasn't a problem. He later
Money's not a
tried to
problem.
take
Here
me
it
on a
is.
walk in the park where he fell and rolled his ankle. I found out later he was married. And I'm happy it ended at that horrible first date.
All right, this one started strong. He's in a band. He's got a bright purple. Purple is my favorite color right now. Mustang, can't go wrong there. He's got lots of money, and he makes sure you know. What could go wrong? A walk in the park, great idea. I mean, a man can't help he steps on a little uneven pavement.
Being already married,
Yeah, okay, that's a red flag.
I mean, so many things. It's like, I know hindsight is 20/20, and I'm certainly not blaming Rachel, but I do want to ask the question: is there a feedback loop that then you can learn how to assess on a deeper level before you're in a one-on-one environment with somebody who's just off their rocker?
Listen,
Like, what's the vetting process these days?
I think that it's I don't know. I've heard. I think it's tough. I
Scary,
think it's
dude.
tough to find a good man. That's what I hear. I hear it's tough to find a good man, and so people are like, well, I got to start somewhere, and then you start figuring out bright purple Mustang. Okay, in a band, I like music.
This is starting to make me think that I need to hire like a reverse private investigator, like a tail.
A public investigator?
Well, yeah, more like a security guard at a distance. Somebody who's following my kids on their dates, so that when things go wild, when the money's on the table, and the band is blaring from the Mustang. Like, you got someone who can extricate.
Have you met Lily before? I don't know if you think she is gonna stand for any of
No.
that crap
I'm feeling
for
this
a
way.
second. She's the first one to say something in a funny way, I'm sure.
And then what happens? These people are crazy. I'm scared.
She doesn't get in the bright purple Mustang.
Yeah. I think that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about
Don't get
being
in the purple
being
Mustang.
young, but.
Now Lando, Lando,
Yeah. He's too nice.
He's so nice.
He's a delight.
that maybe we need to,
Yeah.
That's
But tell
a
me,
problem.
this
Send
is
Lily
why,
as a tail.
This is why I
Yes.
say, and tell me where this advice is wrong. This is why I just think that getting to know people via date is just not a great thing. Like,
Keep it online.
no, I'm just saying that do things with people that you like, and but also not just like just your friends, but like do things that you are interested in, where people are like working on the same types of causes that you're into, where there's like groups of people in sort of mixed company who are doing, like, of course, you know,
Oh, yeah.
this was all built into the way that we came up and we were like what we were involved with. So it's just like you were constantly around a bunch of people your age who believed in the same things, in the same causes that you, so it made it super easy, and that's where we met both of our wives. But that kind of exists for everybody, I think. And then you're like, oh, I see this guy in this setting. He's not holding my hand in his purple Mustang. I just combined 2 dates, I know. But I'm
He's
seeing
not being
him,
weird on his own.
I'm
Maybe he
seeing
won't be
him
weird
be
with
a
me.
person in life, and I'm getting an idea of like whether or not he's somebody I would be interested in, his level of responsibility, his level of psychopathy. And then you can kind of make a decision if you want to like have a conversation. Is that not a better way to do things?
I think that's called only dating vloggers.
Please help us understand how you got there.
Because
Because I'm talking about joining a club.
You can learn a lot about somebody by watching their vlogs.
Okay, I think that's a horrible idea. And completely counter to what I just said.
Get the Mythical Outdoor Blanket as a 3rd Degree monthly member by January 31st at mythicalsociety.com.